Everyone, this is Stephanie from Guiding Force Consulting, and I help nonprofits with their Salesforce implementation and special projects, as well as fundraising event planning. Today, I want to take a quick moment to talk with you about providing a five-star guest experience on a nonprofit budget. Every nonprofit is super conscientious about their spending when they're hosting a fundraising event. And you want to make sure that the most amount of money goes towards a mission, but also that people are having an amazing time and that the event is at a caliber that's high enough that people want to come back year after year. So one of the things I always recommend is that you walk through the event in your mind with your team and determine what people are going to see and feel and experience from the person who's attending, their perspective. What are they going to experience when they pull into the parking lot of the event, when they walk through the door, when they walk into the main event space, when they sit and listen to the program, when they participate with different activities and groups. Really think through that as the eyes of the person who's attending the event. And I think that'll help direct you to seeing where you can make improvements and adjustments to make sure it's a five-star guest experience. Are you thinking about the little details? Are they wearing a coat and have you have a coat rack that season? Is a bathroom nearby or somewhere very far? Is the program going to be lengthy where they're going to be sitting at their table for 45 minutes? Or are they going to be up mingling that entire time? And does the flow lend to those experiences? So take the moment to actually go through your event as the guest, and that's going to help direct you to that five-star experience. Where the hard part comes in is finding out how to budget for those things. So one of the tips is I always recommend that you negotiate with the venue. Let the venue know what your price point is, what your goals are, and the things that you want included, and find out where they could possibly donate or take certain fees off. Perhaps they can adjust the menu. Perhaps they can bring in different vendors to accomplish different components for your event at a lower price point. Never be afraid to talk to your vendors about the fact that this is a nonprofit fundraising event and not a corporate event or a wedding. A lot of their prices are set for-profit organizations or people who are hosting private parties. So you want to have that conversation with your vendors and let them know this is a nonprofit event. How can we work with one another? Another budget saving tip is to work with folks on an in-kind basis. So you may be asking for a discount that is pretty significant for some of the things that you need. Don't be afraid to negotiate an in-kind sponsorship with them. If they're donating something of value at $1,000 or more, put their logo on the materials, give them free seats to the event, promote their services through email and other different assets that you have available. Make them feel special and appreciated for the discount they're giving in return for you sharing the information with the group. Another cost-saving tip is obviously get as much donated as you can. That goes without saying, but don't be afraid to get creative and think outside the box. If you're having a raffle or a silent auction, we're very used to asking to get those things donated. But what folks may not be used to asking for are things like tables, tents, and chairs if you have an outside event, or perhaps the coffee station or the photo booth. Whatever your entertainment is going to be that evening, your photographer, definitely put out all those asks first to your committee, your board, your top leadership. See who they know and who they're willing to put out asks for to try to get some of those key services donated before you even go down the road of finding vendors to pay for. But as you get things donated, don't forget to make sure that you're still offering a quality experience, especially if the donor is purchasing a ticket at $100 or more. So take a hard look at that budget and really figure out what the things are that you can do with and without. As you determine what you can do without, some great things that might be cost-cutting measures could be getting rid of favors. That's an easy thing that donors won't miss. Having fancy chair covers or fancy linens, those are type of things that people won't miss at your event that will definitely help with some of your cost savings. So if you're struggling to figure out how to make your event 5-star, but also do it on a nonprofit budget, let's talk. We can talk through some great ideas and suggestions and make the event an experience that's going to support your mission, will also make your donors feel like they had an amazing experience and want to tell their friends to come back year after year.